How does it go?
How does what go?
We don't need roads.
We don't need no stinking badges.
Well, good. Well, we're recording again. We're back. I'm talking about movies. Bradley's
Whoa!
doing quotes. I have two movies to talk about today on
What's the
this
movie?
blessed day. One is Uncut Gems, which I have mentioned that I want to watch before. This is a movie with Adam Sandler, and he's playing a pretty serious role. He's like a jewelry store owner and sleazeball where he makes jewelry trades and he sells jewelry. And his whole character is that he just loves making big scores. He's a gambling addict, both with actual gambling, but also his business practices. And the movie revolves around this gem that he got from like Sierra Leone or somewhere in Africa where they're doing all the mining and such. And he's trading this gem to basketball player Kevin Garnett, who is played by Kevin Garnett.
Okay.
And he's actually really good in this movie and
Ooh.
actually really important in this movie. Like, he has many scenes, he's central to the plot. And so Adam Sandler's character is trying to make all these switches and trades to get this gem, and find a way to get a lot of money so he can pay off loan sharks that have been hogging him. He also has a wife who he's divorcing, and then a very attractive girlfriend who has a very large butt.
Yeah,
Wow, it's prominently featured in the film. It should get its own credits. But
I'm gonna see what we're working with here.
also, as a character, she's great. She's very loyal to Howie, who is the main character. She's a very good take on the side girl, because that's kind of what she is. But she's like a very refreshing take on that trope. Also, The Weeknd is in this movie, like the musician The Weeknd, played by The Weeknd, and the movie's set in 2012, so he's not as big back then. So he's kind of playing the kind of artist that he was back then, and it's more of a cameo, but he does try to hit on Howie's girlfriend, and it doesn't go well for him, and that's about it on his end. Anyways, this movie is incredibly tense. It racks up the tension so high because things just don't go well for Howie, but when they do go well, he squanders it by being a greedy asshole. But he's such a well-defined character where it's like, of course, that's what he would do. Of course, like, he has to do this. It's in his blood. But you somehow root for him. It's like a Jimmy McGill situation, except he's way less likable, but he's still pretty likable. The ending of this movie was very intense, and I don't want to spoil it, but it is a movie that I never want to watch again. And I loved it. It's easily like at least a 4 out of 5. Please don't make me watch it again.
I can confirm Julia Fox's butt in Uncut Gems
Yes,
is a gem.
it is. It is the true uncut gem. The other movie I watched was actually today.
Wait, where did you watch this movie?
I watched this movie on Amazon Prime.
Okay, that's all I wanted.
Well, Amazon. I guess I buy my movies,
Okay,
so I don't have to hassle with that if they're not anywhere.
yeah.
Bradley has uploaded. Yes, there are better shots than this. There's a shot when she's at the club, and you just get like a side profile view, and she's just dragging a wagon. It's
Dragging the
prominent.
wagon.
But it's very important to say she's a great actress. Also,
Yeah, I'm sure.
oh yeah, no, you are sure. Anyways,
I'm sure. I'm sure she's a great actress.
I watched
so she
Horse
wouldn't have gotten the
Girl,
job.
which is a Netflix movie with my beloved Alison Brie. She is my actress crush of all crushes,
Ooh.
beating out Kristen Bell. This was a weird movie. This girl, she's like really lonely. She lives with a roommate who has a boyfriend who comes over a lot, and they're always kind of like eyeing her. It's like, why don't you do anything? All you do is stay at home and watch a TV show called Purgatory, which is like I don't know, it might be like a playoff of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer or something akin to that. And she really likes horses. That's why it's called Horse Girl. apparently there's like this stigma around horse girls where they're a little odd sometimes.
Horse
Yeah.
girls are definitely a thing.
I'm trying to think of the horse girls I've known in my life.
Where I grew up, we had some fucking horse girls.
I
Let me tell
bet
you that.
Bradley had like the more severe like of the tropes.
I think severe is the correct word.
I don't want to put down anyone who enjoys horses, but
No, you should like horses because horses are good
horses
people.
are cool. But I believe I have met girls that like I don't know what it is like.
I'm not gonna say.
Bradley probably knows more than me. Anyways, Alison Brie super into horses. She's like she doesn't ride anymore, but she keeps going to the riding range and watching this horse called Willow because they share birthdays. And she's talking about all this connection she had with Willow when she was a kid, when she could still ride. And it's like you get the sense that the people running the place are like, "Oh my god, she's back. She's back." And they're just putting up with it. Eventually, Jesus Christ. Where do y'all care for slight spoilers here because
Hit me.
she has a lot of mental issues as the movie goes on. She has a history, a familial history of mental illness, and she goes off the deep end near the end. She starts to think that she's a clone of her grandmother because her grandmother looks just like her,
Oh my god.
and aliens are involved, or so she thinks.
Okay, yeah. When you were watching this, you're like, dude, horse girl's fucking me up.
The ending ends very trippy. It has like none of this happened, but some of it happened, like Joker vibe, but like not as cheesy, and a lot more. It makes you feel really bad for Horse Girl because that's not her name. Her name is Sarah. It makes you feel really bad for Sarah. She's really nice. She meets a really like nice boyfriend midway through the movie, and then like they're having a great date, and she's kind of losing it. She's like, "My doctor today said I was crazy because I brought up the fact that I might be a clone," and he's like, "Oh no, I love conspiracy theories." And then she's like, "Cool," and then she takes him to this guy's house that she's been stalking because she's been seeing him in his dreams, in her dreams, and then she takes him to her mom's grave. And they're like, "Hey, we can dig up my mom and we can do DNA testing on her and prove that I'm a clone." And the dude's just like, "No!" he bails so quick, and it's just a shame because Alison Brie is such a catch. But she's got a lot of baggage in this one, and it goes places. It's on Netflix. A lot of people have Netflix. If you have an hour and 40 to kill and you want to get trippy with it, and you want a good movie about mental illness and it draws a good awareness to it, I would recommend this. Solid 3 out of 5. And that's my movies.
All right.
All right.
That's